A question I get asked all the time is, we're a small business, do we really need IT support? Well, if you're an expert in all the different areas of IT, then no, you don't. But the other side thing to consider is that if your systems fail, if your data gets corrupted, what would you do? Hello, this is Ajani from Network IQ. We provide excellent IT services and have a strong focus around cybersecurity. We also help you to become a more efficient business that customers and partners can trust. Hello everybody, so today I'm going to talk about 5 essential IT services you need from your IT provider. So what does good IT service provision look like? What should you expect from the provider? What should they be able to do? That's a difficult one actually, because I think most customers expect their provider to be like God and be able to provide everything and be an expert in everything. I'm going to share a little secret with you. The reality is that's not the case. They're not experts in everything, but there are some boxes that they need to be able to tick for you. And so let me go through those in no particular order. So the first one is technical support. And this is really about being able to help you deal with issues on a day-to-day basis, whether those issues are on-site or remote. So what kind of technical support? So they should be able to help you with technical problems. And the thing about technical problems is they're multi-dimensional, and they are oftentimes about compatibility between hardware, firmware, or hardware and software. And there's no such thing as really just sort of support that only focuses on one product. Your provider actually needs to be able to work across a range of products that you use and be able to help to resolve issues and mitigate issues across that range of products that you use. They need to be able to diagnose hardware issues and help to resolve those. They need to be able to diagnose software configuration issues, so operating systems, things like your email systems, SaaS applications even, more about the sort of connectivity and the configuration of those. Those are areas that you're not experts in. They're not necessarily experts, but they need to have a high level of competence to assist in resolving those issues. And again, another element of tech support is being able to escalate to the vendor, also either the hardware vendor or the software vendor of that product, because there are many instances where the kind of issues that you may be experiencing need to actually be escalated to the vendor. They could be bugs, they could be development issues, they could be compatibility issues, and only the vendor will have access to the code to be able to ultimately resolve that issue. So the next area I'd like to talk about is data security and backup. And that really is starting off with having a comprehensive backup and recovery strategy. So typically a good backup strategy is going to involve multiple copies of the backups in multiple locations, so on-site and off-site backups. Also a backup schedule, which may include hourly, daily, weekly and monthly backups, and archiving as well, so that should you want to access records that are a number of years old, you've got backups in place to be able to access that archive. Another element is about data protection. Elements such as restricting access to the data, but also encrypting the data as well, especially on removable media such as hard drives or memory sticks. So having a comprehensive data security and backup strategy is a key element of the service that your IT service provider needs to be able to assist you with. The next area I want to talk about is procurement support. Yes, we all spend money on IT, and if we allowed the marketing and salespeople, we'd be spending more and more money on IT and IT services. So being able to specify what products and services you need, being able to evaluate what's on the market, and being able to determine what's most suitable for you is really, really important. But oftentimes you may not have the skills and the experience to do that all on your own, and being able to rely on your IT services company to assist you and provide some level of expertise in that process is really important. Also, you'd want them to assist in vendor liaison as well. So maybe interact with the potential vendors and kind of just check compatibility of the service or the software or the hardware with the environment that they're selling that into. The Other element then is advisory and guidance, and in a sense that's there's some overlap with vendor support, but the main one here is about strategic support. So being able to support you in kind of developing your strategy, looking ahead at the next kind of 2 to 5 years, what the business wants to achieve from technology investment, and advising you and guiding you in how best to achieve that and maximize your return on investment in IT. So help with technology selection, help with standardization, help with governance and compliance, because that, as time goes on, that is increasingly a feature of the kind of IT space and the responsibility of business owners and business managers. Also assistance with metrics and reporting, so actually understanding how IT is being consumed and how it's performing and whether it's actually delivering what it was expected to deliver. So having some metrics in place and comparing the performance against those metrics so that quality decisions can be made. So that's the kind of guidance and advisory support that you need from a IT provider. And then the final one is around cybersecurity. I mean, cybersecurity spans all the areas that we've touched on so far, but it's good to pull this out as an item in its own right. You need solid cybersecurity strategy guidance. So it's important that you know what the risks are, how to monitor, how to measure, and have a plan in place to mitigate the risks that you deem are more important to your business. You need assistance in terms of implementing cybersecurity. So once you have a strategy in place, how you go about implementing and executing that strategy is important. So again, you need expertise, you need support from your provider for that. You need to monitor the evolution of your cybersecurity journey. So you need to know how you're doing on an ongoing basis. Typically, you would probably want to conduct a quarterly review of the strategy and refine the strategy on an ongoing basis, because nothing is static in IT and nothing is static in the cybersecurity space. So you want to be up to date with developments. And then also you want support in terms of escalation and incident support, incident response. So should the worst happen and you have an incident, you want to be able to engage your IT support partner to respond to the incident and to recover. So just to summarize, we spoke about technical support, so having comprehensive technical support from your provider, helping with hardware, software, helping with configurations, being an escalation path to the vendor, assistance with data security and backup, and ensuring that you've got a good backup strategy in place and are able to recover should you need to from that backed up data. Assistance with procurement and investment, and looking ahead, looking at the next 2 to 5 years and assisting with the strategy and how technology is going to fulfill your business requirements. And finally, cybersecurity, having a cybersecurity strategy in place, implementing it, monitoring it, keeping it up to date and relevant, and being able to assist in terms of a cyber incident and help you to respond and recover. Hope that's been useful. Thanks for listening. As usual, we have a number of ways that you could gather more information or interact or measure where you are. So there's a 2-minute questionnaire that you can fill in and see where you are in terms of your cyber hygiene, and you can get a score from that questionnaire. Very, very easy to use. There's links to useful resources below the video, and also we're always happy to have a conversation with you and get a better understanding of what assistance you may need. So please reach out to us.